The sun dipped low over Karen Street, casting long shadows across manicured lawns. Ethan Cole, once a firefighter, now sat in his wheelchair on his front porch, staring at the crumpled HOA fine in his hand. $500 for unauthorized use of a chairlift. His blood boiled. The lift was his lifeline. Installed after a fire 3 years ago left him paralyzed from the waist down. He'd saved 2 kids from that inferno, dragging them through choking smoke before the flames claimed his legs. Now this HOA, led by Margaret Klein, dared to fine him for surviving. Margaret, the self-appointed queen of Karen Street, marched up his driveway, her heels clicking like a metronome of disdain. "You didn't submit the lift for approval, Ethan," she said, her voice sharp. "Rules are rules." Her eyes flicked to the chairlift, a metal scar on his pristine porch. To her, it was an eyesore. To Ethan, it was freedom. "I saved lives, Margaret," Ethan growled, his voice low but shaking. "This lift is how I live mine now. You think I chose this?" His hands gripped the wheelchair's armrests, knuckles white. Margaret scoffed, folding her arms. "Don't play the hero card. Everyone's got a sob story. Pay the fine or we'll lien your house." Her words cut deep, each syllable a jab at his sacrifice. Neighbors peeked from windows, drawn to the escalating drama. Some whispered support for Ethan. Others nodded with Margaret, blind to his truth. Lila, Ethan's next-door neighbor and a single mom, stepped forward, her phone trembling in her hand. She'd recorded Margaret's tirade, her heart torn. "Margaret, he's a hero. You can't do this," she pleaded, her voice cracking. She'd seen Ethan coach her son's soccer team from his chair, always with a smile. But Margaret's glare silenced her. "Stay out of this, Lila, or you're next," she snapped. The tension snapped like a taut wire. Ethan leaned forward, his eyes burning. "You want to take my home? Try it. I've faced worse than you." His voice carried the weight of a man who'd stared death down. Margaret flinched but held her ground, clutching her authority like a shield. The street fell silent, the air thick with unspoken loyalties and betrayals. Days later, Lila's video went viral. Karen Street's HOA became a national punchline. Fake HOA trended as people raged against Margaret's cruelty. Reporters swarmed Ethan's lawn, microphones thrust in his face. He hated the spotlight but spoke anyway, his voice steady. "This isn't about me. It's about what's right." They fined a man for existing. The HOA backed down, the fine rescinded under public pressure. Margaret resigned, her reputation in tatters. But the victory was hollow. Ethan sat alone at night, staring at the chairlift. The world saw a hero, but he felt like a ghost haunted by the fire, the lives he couldn't save, and a community that only cared when cameras rolled. Lila knocked, offering coffee, but he waved her off. The fight had drained him. He'd won, but at what cost? His neighbors' fleeting support couldn't erase the sting of their initial silence. What would you have done? Stood with Ethan or stayed quiet? How do we balance rules with compassion in our communities?